Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yes, very, very good for a Monday evening or Monday morning in the Northern Hemisphere, I think.
Depending where you are in the world.
Oh, it's Monday, and Monday is known, Rick, for being a shit day of the week. But we're going to change that. That's why we do this on a Monday, because we want to bring people some sort of form of entertainment on a Monday.
Sort of
enjoyment, something positive to think about, rather than the depressing day they have ahead of them or they've just gotten over. So
that's right.
Not my Monday was great. I don't know about you how your Monday was, but
my Monday was right. Yeah, it starts off.
It's always good when we get to do.
Yeah, well, that's right. I love it. I love coming home. Doesn't matter what time of day I've had at work. If it's been good, bad, I always look forward to doing these. So,
yeah,
love it.
Hey, you know how we did the WandaVision show on Friday night?
Yes.
I literally watched that another 4 times. 4 times.
And did you change your few more opinions? No. I know you loved it, but
yeah.
A few more theories coming through, did you think? Because there's a lot over the weekend.
There is that. The only overriding one for me is the one that kind of you brought up, was that you feel like somebody's controlling Wanda.
Yeah. That's
somebody, doing it on the from behind the scenes. I don't know. I feel like it is all Wanda, but I feel like there might be somebody enabling, but not someone who's a villain. So it's all about Agnes, isn't it? We just need to know what Agnes is doing.
That's right.
Once we know what Agnes's role is in the show, I think everything we want to know will be answered for sure.
And I think it's going to happen very, very soon. So definitely.
You reckon this week? Do we get back into the 80s this week, or do we go some more kind of? Do we get to see full episodes of the sitcoms like we did in the first 3 episodes again? Because I don't think they can do it. I think they have to cut back because they've established the real world. I think they have to cut back and forward now in other episodes.
So hopefully we go back to the 80s.
Well, we'll go back into the sitcoms.
Yeah.
Well, we know the 80s, 90s, and 2000s still to come. I don't know if they do. Yeah.
9 episodes? Is it 9?
And so it's episode 5 this week, which is the middle of the series,
Yeah.
Of the series, but interesting stuff. But there was more stuff than just WandaVision on, obviously, which has been the big story. Didn't you? Actually, I did love over the weekend. Like, just about everyone loved the episode, and I think you'd have to be pretty cracked not to love the episode. And but there've been some people online who have had to take swipes. And Josh was telling me earlier, like, was it someone had written that that he goes, don't watch episode 4. It's all exposition. I'm like, that's why you have to watch episode 4. It explains so much. But I saw the occasional person on the timeline slamming it just to be anti,
a lot of keyboard warriors out there, Jace. They're all going to be like that, mate.
It's a wonderful place, mate. It's a wonderful place. It really is. And you know what? I want to talking about internet and things happening that maybe shouldn't be happening, whether the internet controls our lives anymore, maybe even segue. It's just a really hard segue I'm trying to come up with for the fact that the Matrix 4 has hit the news.
Oh, that's pretty good, Jace. That's a pretty good segue.
Matrix, and I got halfway in and I went, I've lost it. But anyway, the Matrix. We got some news about the Matrix. A film that went quite under the radar and has the greatest opportunity this year of either being a real fantastic, revival of the franchise or a dud. I think it's going to be either way. I think it's going to be brilliant or it's going to be really bad. So. But there is some news. It is rumor. It is rumor, but it's coming from
rumor news. Okay.
It is rumor news, and that is. And let's get over to here and let's share the screen, Rick. It looks like the Matrix 4 has the official title been revealed. That's what's out there at the moment. So
because that's what we've known it for is Matrix 4. Everyone, all the
But if you think about it, Rick, logically, if you look at the titles of the other movies, right? Logically, it's going to go one place, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got Reloaded, Revolutions.
Revolution.
Clearly, it's probably going to start with an R, isn't it?
Something like that. So,
Yeah.
Are we
Got any
looking
guesses what it may be?
at Revolution? Maybe.
That's what the
know.
third one. Matrix Revolutions. That's a big
No.
Oh, no.
No.
The Matrix Reloaded, the Matrix Revolutions.
Revolution.
The fourth one, I believe, is going to be called Matrix Resurrections.
Resurrections. Oh.
Yeah. So, and geez,
Yeah.
you're being very dismissive here, Rick. I sense it in your voice.
I don't.
You're not really a Matrix fan,
really,
are you?
No, look, I'm not a massive Matrix fan. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed these movies. We went and saw these. Geez, it was a long time ago when we saw these in the cinemas.
20 years ago. 22 years ago.
It's 20. There you go, 22 years. So when was the last one that was released?
2003.
2003.
So that was 18 years ago.
18
but the first
years.
Matrix was 99.
It's a big ask. There's a lot of these movies that are coming out, decades after. Like you said, it's going to be a hit or miss. I don't know. The title, if that's the right title, doesn't really jump out at me.
I don't look. I think it actually says a lot to me. Like being obviously you're trying to resurrect the franchise, number one. So that's a good title for that. And I assume that explains why we see Neo again.
True.
You know what I mean? Neo was created as a mechanism to reboot the universe, almost like a safety protocol to ensure, because they could never come up with the perfect universe. Yeah. Like humanity would always have to uprise in some way. And that's what Neo represented. That's why the Matrix kind of created him in a way. So to actually to see how they bring him back in, I think it's fascinating. Look, it's got all the right actors. Yeah, all the original OGs are back, plus a new cast. We've got one of the original directors, and they've written it. You know, I'm hoping we're gonna win here.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I haven't got my hopes up for it, to be honest with you, mate. But I could be wrong. Could be a hit, and could be.
I hope
the movie, but
I like the franchise, and I like all three of them. I'll say it there. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I really like the Matrix Reloaded.
They're enjoyable.
I don't have the massive problems with the third one that people do. It felt slowed down a little bit, but you know what? It was a complete story, and mate, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the series, so I'm definitely kind of down for it. So, but there you go. So, alrighty, there we go. Matrix Resurrections. You're not going
Matrix,
to be.
Does it say anything on that when it's going to be released, or they still?
It's this year. It's Christmas this year.
It's one of this year. It's not one of those that have been pushed back.
It's part of the HBO Max deal.
Yeah.
You know how they get same days theaters.
Right,
Matrix 4. Yeah, so we're definitely getting it this year, and I suggest by the middle of the year we'll start to see some footage of it. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Yeah. Now the other news now you can drop this bit of news. Oh no, I suppose I better because I've got it in front of me here. The next bit of news I wanted to talk about, Rick, was something's coming a lot sooner than we think, and it's going to be crowded large, and there's been a lot of hype around it. And a lot of confusion around it too. I think it's been quite a confusion in what kind of format we were going to get it. And I'm obviously talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep, he dropped it over the weekend.
Celebrated the anticipated Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, originally, conceptually, it was going to be four 1-hour episodes.
Yep.
But now they've decided to make it 1 4-hour movie.
4-hour movie.
That 4-hour movie now given a release date.
That's right. Yeah.
So problem with a 4-hour movie?
No, I think it's great. I think it's perfect. Instead of doing the 4, 1-hour episodes or whatever, I think full 4 hours. It's great.
Honestly, I think it's I think they should have given this option for both. I don't think it would have hurt to have a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 for the audience to have a break in between it. But a Zack Snyder film, and I'm grateful we're getting anything, but I think they should have given you the option for both. You watch it in one fell swoop, or they just cut it every hour and just give the audience chapters.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at it. A lot of movies.
I'm needy, Rick. I want what I want, buddy.
Endgame, 3.5 hours. went like that. I'm sure it will go like that. It's just going to go like that.
I'm sure it will too. I'm sure it will. So
when's the release date? What's the date that Snyder dropped over the weekend?
Oh, like that's the story, isn't it?
That's
and
the story.
I've said what I said. I want my, I want the way I want it. No, here we go, mate.
There you go.
03.18.21, which is the American way of basically saying March the 18th.
March 18th. There you go.
It's next month.
Next month.
Next month, we finally get to see this. Now, Rick, does this movie? It's a movie. Is this movie potentially one of the most overhyped experiences? Have we put a lot of hope and faith and belief that this will be exponentially better than Justice League? Have we set ourselves up to fail?
Well, I think a lot of people have put a lot of hype on it because it is Zack Snyder and what he's created in the past and everything else. And we haven't really looked at that side and thinking this could be a pile of shit. Like it could fail. It could literally fail. And we're only just going on what, the media is throwing down our face because it's Zack Snyder. So
right, it's 100%. It's Zack Snyder. We
that's all we're going on.
That's what we're going on. So there's almost been a myth created around this, a legend about the fact that, Zack Snyder needs to have his vision. Now, I'm not trying to be anti it because I want this to be great. And I actually believe it will be great. And I think, yes, I want to see the director's full vision of it. But, I just like to throw it out there that this could potentially be problematic, and maybe keep your expectations a little bit, grounded for the show. But next month, guys, get on it. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I still don't know here in Australia how we're getting that.
No, that's right.
I'm assuming Binge will take it on because they seem to be the Foxtel type of thing that's going on at the moment.
Nothing has been
in
said
Australia.
About
we have a service, a cable service now, streaming service called Foxtel, and they generally have partnerships with things like HBO and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that's how we're going to get it. But I will say this, and legally I'm joking, of course I'm pretending, but hypothetically, if Australian can't get a hold of the movie in the streaming sense, they're going to see the movie, trust me.
Yeah,
we're going to see the movie. It'll be the bad old days of piracy again in Australia, and they've got the best way to eliminate that is to give us the content same day,
or maybe they release it in the theaters.
Oh, actually, Rick, you just threw a people there. I would be so down for that. I would be so down to go and see Zack Snyder's Justice League in the cinema here in Australia.
They might. Who knows? Because, like you said, there hasn't been much.
I want that.
What's happening in Australia? Yeah, but it's 4 hours, Chase. Are you going to sit there for 4 hours?
No, I want the cinema there. See, you got me. That's true. But that's how my mind works. I don't want to sit at home for 4 hours straight. But I'll sit in that cinema. Damn straight I will. Damn straight. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, well, Zack Snyder's Justice League, we get to find out. But in the world of DC, moving on, we've gotten a little bit. Oh, Diego. Hey,
mate.
Hey, mate. How are you? The Batman, Rick.
The Batman.
Forward to the Batman. So,
another DC.
Yeah. And there's starting to be some artwork that's starting to come through. We're starting to get little bits of bit. There's been a trailer, a teaser trailer, but we haven't seen much more. And at the moment, anything DC related is probably worth highlighting. So let's just barrel through this. Look at this. I love artwork around films. I don't know if you do or not.
No, I like this.
How good is that? That's the Batman, obviously, logo, and it says he's out to clean up a city that likes being dirty.
That's can't do it alone. Yeah, that's killer. I like that.
But that's done by a comic from Lee Bermejo Art. I probably pronounced that so wrong, but yeah, on Instagram. I love the artwork. It's can't believe we're getting another iteration of Batman.
Is this fan art or is this an actual proper?
I don't think it's a proper release. No, I think it's
No,
just
it's just
fan
a
art. They've
fan
tagged
art.
everybody.
Yeah.
So they've done the right thing and
But see,
shared
I
out.
like that. See, that looks really cool. That
That's actually really
looks
good. I'd
like
have that up on my wall, actually. Yeah. But yeah, that was on Instagram there. There you go. Fantastic. Don't know why I wanted to mention it. I just like the picture of it.
No,
So
that's it, mate. No.
I thought I'd share it. All right, let's move on now to something different as well in the way of horror director. Some of the great horror directors. What are some of your favorite horror films of all time, Rick?
But, mate,
I know you're not a big horror fan.
Not a massive horror fan, but when, obviously, if you follow the channel, go watch our trailer reaction to The Exorcist, our retro trailer, because that's the one that really did it for me when I was a kid. Just, that really got me, that one.
Scarred you for life.
It did scar me, yeah, it did. But I'm starting now, getting into a bit more of the horror movies. I do like a good slasher movie, which is good. Yeah, I've been watching the Halloween ones. Fantastic.
Yep, fantastic.
Going back to the old school. Yeah, going back to the old school.
And you're talking about who made the Halloween, John Carpenter. John Carpenter's a maestro of directing horror. The Thing, which was an incredible horror film too. And he's done other really great horror stuff, The Fog and everything else. He has been long dormant, said he didn't want to direct anymore.
Oh, okay.
Anyone of my age or older, the name John Carpenter really held some weight. And, maybe the movie Christine, that's a good scary movie about the car.
Christine,
yeah,
great movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So excuse me, had to burp there because of my soft drink. So he's been long dormant. He hasn't made anything for ages, which is a real shame because he's a great director. But he's come out and said that he looks like he will may come back to film directing, which is great. So, which is fantastic because you know what I think at the moment it's probably a real. How great is that image, by the way, of the Fantastic They Live?
That's a great movie. Man,
that is great. There you go.
There it is.
They Live, which is absolutely brilliant. No, he's working on a couple of things at the moment. He's stating, but he's not. But I'm not doing anything for a while until the world comes back and rights itself. So,
okay. So he's just got to put it out there.
He's got to put it out there. He may come back, and I'd be really excited about that. I want to see more. Work from some of our elder statesman directors. If Clint Eastwood could keep directing until he's 94, mate, please give him a nice, comfy chair and just let him point and direct, and we can get some more John Carpenter. I would love that, Rick. I would absolutely.
What's your favourite John Carpenter movie? There's a lot there.
I think The Thing probably stands out. The Thing, I think, as a complete movie, it's such a well-made piece of cinema, not just in the script-wise, but the performances, the special effects for their time, which were groundbreaking, which were done by a 21-year-old kid. Incredible kind of state-of-the-art for its time effects and that. Oh, magic film.
Right.
A real great bleak ending as well, so I loved it. So, okay, look, I think we're probably going to acknowledge this young man. Just bear with me. We've got a Carson Maitland. Zack. Carson's one of our friends. It's always sits back and watch. Hey, Carson, how are you? I'd love to see your reaction to the Werewolf Fruit Salad music video. I don't know what that is. Sorry, mate. If you send me a link, I'll have a look for you. Maybe watch it on the show next week. So you send me a link of the music video you're talking about, and next week we might play it for you. How's that sound, Carson? Love the fact that you watch.
You're contributing, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, Carson. Good work, mate. Now, moving on. Let's bring it back to full circle. WandaVision. Oh, I love that show so much, right? Like I'm in now, 100%. 100%. Any doubt I had was eliminated Friday night. And one of the standouts for Friday night's episode, the two standouts, was the introduction of old characters.
Yes.
Back in the MCU, one being Darcy from Thor and Thor the Dark World. Seeing her back, which I thought, do I really want to see her back? She was actually really good in the episode. And, of course, Randall Park.
Randall.
Pretty Woo. Jimmy Woo. The people of love. Oh, it was so great. And their chemistry was really great.
Yeah.
Really great. And you know what? Rick, fans are now want to see Jimmy Woo and Darcy get an X-Files style MCU series on Disney Plus.
You know what?
I'm down.
I'm in for that.
I am so down for this idea because that would be great, and they could, investigate because MCU weird stuff would be happening all the time. It'd be great. So, and this was obviously something that happened on Twitter, and you can hear this guy Stephen Ford, which I think he was on Teen Wolf. I don't know how much credit that gives him, but he was on Teen Wolf. And he goes, hear me out. I'm tired Disney about Jimmy Woo just working weird cases like a fun X-Files. Brilliant idea. I go, I would write this for free. Someone's done comic book artwork. The Agents of Atlas and had a Jimmy Woo in there. Like Jimmy leads in 616. Oh my God. Yeah. And it just keeps everybody's in for it. So brilliant.
Just hit it. Just one person just let it out there.
And it's just kind of traction. Viral. But, maybe that's something we haven't considered yet, too, is the fact that we keep waiting for Marvel to release shows on properties that we're waiting for, like we haven't seen before. What are they going to pull out from the comic books? We haven't factored in that there could be shows organically created because of the shows that they've started. And this would be a great example. They would never have an intention off the bat to go, we're going to make an X-Files show like that. But why not? No. Why not? You could have you've got yourself another show now. You kind of, you never really, that's a show that could be done cheap too, because you're never really there at the moment of the fight or the moment of, you're investigating the aftermath. Yeah.
I mean, well, that's right. Yeah. And
make it even a bit of Law and Order procedural,
Law and Order. Did you say Law and Order?
Yeah. When they have the guy who leads you to the other guy, who leads you to the other guy, who leads you to the other guy that actually did it. Yeah. So you want that, Why not? Dun 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 dun.
I see.
Anything Law and Order works, far as I'm concerned.
I love it.
Law and Order MCU. That's the show,
there it is. There it is. There's the title.
That's the title. You can have the one for free, Marvel. Yeah, but there you go, mate. There you go. Now, we're kind of, as we kind of do every week now, I task Rick to find, I don't know, some video, something that's in on the internet that's worth sharing.
And it's related to what we do.
So. And I'm not always very kind about it too, guys. Sometimes I go, that shithouse Rick, get me another one. And I like that's not up to the standard of this channel, damn it. So, and I do, occasionally
this week for you, Chase.
But he's promised me that this week he reckons he's got something that's going to make me smile. So,
I do.
And it's a tall order. This is a tall order.
Is, mate. I kind of stumbled on it. I don't know if it's surrounded by maybe because the news that we spoke about, the John Carpenter and things that are happening around that. Oh, hang on. There you go.
Well, now I've kind of got a preview of what it is now, but that's okay. Let's click on it then. And bear with me. I've got to have the audio up. I've kind of just seen a preview of what it is, so it looked really cool, Rick.
Oh, okay. So
set it up.
So, all right, guys, we all know in the 80s, the Extreme did a song that is everyone does a cover on or does a parody on More Than Words, it's called.
Oh, not that song.
Yeah. But this has got a bit of a twist to it, Jace. This has got a bit of a twist that you would like, I think, because there's a couple of characters in there that we all know and love from the 80s. So, put it away, Jace.
Press play. Here we go.
Play,
this is just for 5 minutes. I don't know if we'll play it for 5 minutes. We'll see how we go. There we go. Huh.
Saying I hate you is not the words
Jason's mother sitting there.
Sorry that I killed you by the lake, but glory helped me to
Oh, yeah.
how dreaming it would be to show me that you're real more than birds.
More than burns.
Was wrong of you to do. You made my real, but you couldn't take away that she loves me, 'cause I already know.
Joke landed, Rick. Joke landed. I'm going to pause it there. That looks really good. I'm going to watch the whole thing later.
Watch the whole thing because it is fun.
Very
It incorporates obviously the clips from Jason versus Freddy. So
yes,
yeah,
which was really good, really good. And you know what? You know, that is a current story at the moment. That Sean S. Cunningham, the producer, and some say one of the key creators of the Friday the 13th franchise, is currently suing over it. And the reason we haven't had any more Friday the 13th content is in court. So, yeah, so the original producers suing some studios over the deals that they made. So it's mired in, which is a shame because, yeah, I would like to see more Friday the 13th stuff. Jason,
like they've done with the Halloween sort of series.
Yeah, they tried to do it with one with in 2011 or 10, I think they did one. And that was okay, but yeah. But you know what? Yeah, back to that song. I really, really like Freddy versus Jason as a film.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, it's actually one of the really great horror films and a good example of a team up. But I think people get lost because it was around the time when they come out with Aliens versus Predator, which was a meh film. Wasn't great. So, but Jason versus Freddy, it's worth a rewatch if you haven't seen it. You know, there you go. But there you go. That was hilarious, Rick. You've done well.
Yeah, definitely watch it
this week with flying colours, mate. So thank you very much for that. It was well done.
You're welcome, mate. No worries.
Well, mate, that's it. Out for another Monday night. That was all I really wanted to talk about. Was there anything that you needed to discuss this week, Rick?
Guys, all you need to do is check out our previous videos and watch us on Friday night for our WandaVision after show, guys.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. That is it. It is going to be a ripper of an episode. If anything was like episode 4, it's going to be,
Yeah. And guys, we're loving doing this so much that we are planning on doing this for every Marvel show so far. Unless something changes by the end, I think I really love the opportunity to talk about the show after it. I mean, the only thing that would be worth discussing, and would love feedback about it, are we doing the after show too early? Should we wait for the following day? Are we, and that's a question I wanted, because that's what's going through my head. Should we continue to do it the night of, or should we do it the following day to allow people to catch up and see it?
Give us a comment down below.
Give us some feedback, because I'd really like to know about that. And before we go to 2, we said something earlier, and I think we've got to show that. Carson, yes, you found the song.
There it is.
Yes, well done, mate. You found the song. And
you're going to preview it, Jace?
To throw it out for the show tonight, how about we play it now, Rick?
Let's have a look.
Let's see if I can click on the link. Don't know how I'm going to click on it. It's not going to let us click on it. I'm going to have to copy and paste this. So I'll tell you what, I'm trying to get you excited. We'll watch 100%. We'll watch this next week. All right.
That will be the video for next week.
That'll be the video for next week. That's what we'll end the show on. Us watching the Wiggles song or fruit salad.
Oh, it's a Wiggles.
Yes, man. Wiggles.
Nice.
Mate. Carson has taste, mate. All right. He has taste. He knows what the good stuff is, and the Wiggles is the good stuff. So until next week, until the Wiggles song, everyone have a great week, and we'll see you Friday night. That's it, Rick. Do that again. All right, guys. Let me just got to click on something. I wasn't very prepared there. Got my monitors everywhere. Here we go. We're out of here. We'll see you. Friday, or we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
See you guys.